myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it, they can't top that. No way. Critics trying to hate, but I don't talk back, I know that. I know the kid with the bull.
Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me, cause life been too sweet, no candy. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are just about to start the final workout of week 2 of the Power Surge off-season 2025. First 2 weeks have gone fairly decently. Definitely having the post-meet hangover coming off of cycle and everything, so strength feels pretty low, but everything's been moving decently. We saw week 1, we had 4 sets of 3 on deadlift, did the 327.5 kilos. This week had 337.5 kilos, ended up screwing up and doing an extra rep, so I did a 4x4. Was definitely a little bit tougher, but got through it. Things are moving in the right direction that way for as far as deadlifts go. We got squat and bench today, working up to a 4x3 on both of those movements as well this week. Squat for last week, we did 290 kilos for 4 sets of 3. It was supposed to be 285, but I screwed up. Yeah, loaded an extra 5 kilos. So this week, we're just gonna bump it up by 5 kilos, go 295 for 4 sets of 3. Hopefully it moves all well. Next week, drop down the volume a little bit. Still this week, it's 4 sets of 3 at the same weight. Bench, same thing. We did 200 kilos last week for the 4 sets of 3. This week, plan is go for 205 for a 4x3. That one I feel like is going to be kind of difficult. We'll see how that goes. Bench is definitely the movement that my strength drops off the most as I come off cycle, as I come towards the off season. So we'll see how that goes. Body weight's still kind of holding a little bit higher than I'd like. Have to kind of get the diet in check a little bit more. I think in the next couple weeks, it'll start to drop down, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see. Gonna take the pre-workout, just finished up warming up, and we're gonna get after it.
Can't stand me, cause life been too sweet, no candy. Coming where I come from, you can't take things for granted. They never understand me, like I'm from a whole nother planet. Had to make the right moves with the cards I was handed. Had to flip these situations and stick the landing. And I know that sounds sweet, and it fill you with envy. Had the spotlight now, but dark times I had plenty. Fake friends was acting up, they deserve an Emmy. For the ones that stayed down, you deserve a kidney. Yeah. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me, cause life been too sweet, no candy. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me, cause life been too sweet, no candy. I hear them trying to change their tone now that I'm finally on. They see I got motion, so now they hit my phone. I ain't respond to the gossip cause I'm in my zone. You wasn't down with me before, so now the door is closed. And I got $1 million on my mind, and time is money, so I bought a rollie just to shine. And I'm about to cop some real estate because it's prime, and cop some foreigns for the team so they in luxury when they slide. That white Mercedes fresh off that lot, yeah, it's riding like it's a goat. That new designer fresh from that runway, you can't find this in the store. When I was just chillin' in the A, but 5 hours later find me on the coast. Make a quick bag when I'm in the A, and I make a quick play when I'm in the low. And I know they wish that they could catch up, but they can't catch us cause I'm moving, I shake. Put them boys in their place like I'm moving real estate. Don't think I ever understand the hate. If they only knew what was at stake. They been thinking this hit sweet, but this ain't sweet, this ain't okay. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me, cause life been too sweet, no candy. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me, cause life been too sweet, no candy.
What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You just saw my squat workout finishing up week 2. Before we talk, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys need help with your training, don't forget to check out Proven Strength app. Link for that description below. We have 30 plus programs designed by Andy and myself. 3, 4, 5-day programs ranging from beginner, intermediate, advanced, single lift, power building, bodybuilding style training, all the tools you need to become the best athlete you can be. World record programming at a fraction of the cost of a one-on-one coach. You also get added to our private Discord where you ask questions, get form checks, and talk about training. Go ahead, check that out. And if you guys are using that, don't forget to tag myself and Proven Strength on Instagram so I can share your videos. So that wraps up squat for week 2. We'll get into the bench after this. As you saw, we worked up to 4 sets of 3 at 295 kilos, 650 pounds. Very happy with how these are moving. I'm feeling kind of achy right now. Overall, strength is feeling good. This is definitely around a volume PR for me, so I'll certainly take that, especially kind of coming off cycle. Off season, everything's feeling pretty decent. I'm using the lighter knee sleeves. I don't switch to the heavier duty ones until I start hitting singles again, so that kind of gives a little boost to the squat as well. So yeah, everything's going very well so far this off season. I mean, we're only 2 weeks in, but I'm happy with the progress so far. I'm feeling good overall. Body weight's kind of starting to drop down a little bit. I'd like to drop a few more pounds, give myself a little bit of a buffer to gain some weight when I get back on cycle. Squat moved super well. Bench, you'll see in a minute, was a little bit tougher. I knew that was going to be the case, but here's my bench workout, a few of the accessories that I hit, and we'll talk about that in a bit. All right, guys, so that was my bench workout. Same workout, The plan was 4 sets of 3 at 205 kilos, 451 pounds. As you saw, last rep of the last set just wasn't quite there. I knew this was gonna be kind of one of the harder weeks of the prep. These first 2 weeks, I'm doing 4 sets of 3, and then the next 2 weeks of this block, I'll be dropping down to 2 sets of 3 at the higher weight, and then 2 drop down sets, dropping about 10%. Yeah, arguably this was gonna be one of the hardest weeks that I just barely missed out on that last rep. So I knew bench was gonna be a little bit more, I was a little bit more aggressive with the numbers that I picked. Squats, I should have no problem hitting week 4 triples. Week 4 triples on bench are a little intimidating. I have them set at 215 kilos. We'll see if I hit that. That said, if I do hit it, it will be a pretty big win for me. So, you know, we'll kind of play it by ear, see what happens. Yeah, I'm happy with how everything is moving so far. I'll take 1 missed rep at the last set. Accessory wise, as you saw, we're hitting bands for my bench variation. I kind of like to go back and forth between bands and chains as an accessory. You know, there's a few minor differences between the two of them. Bands I feel like is a little bit more stabilizing practice, and chains is a little bit more, feels a little bit closer to an actual bench. So I like to do that closer to a meet, whereas the bands almost kind of teach me to keep that speed off the chest. And yeah, that's why I like to throw them in. I don't really treat them as like a equipped or like a West Side conjugate method person would, where the accommodating resistance is matching the strength curve. It's more so just stability and yeah, practicing like keeping the momentum coming off the chest and like driving through the finish. Sometimes I catch myself getting a little lazy with the lockout. You can't really do that with a band bench. You have to like really stay focused throughout the whole lift, or you're gonna get in trouble. So that's the reason for that movement. It kind of wraps up what we're gonna talk about here. We have 2 more weeks of this block, and then we move into the second phase of the off season, which is the, like, I would call strength phase. Instead of doing the straight sets, I will be doing 1 top set, at least for the triples. I can't remember off the top of my head what I'm doing on like the other like secondary bench, tertiary bench, and secondary squat days. For at least the primary squat, bench, deadlift workout, it's going to be a top triple and then drop down set. Hopefully I can end this whole off season at a very strong point, be going into the 14-week peaking program for Power Surge at like a level that I just haven't been at in a while. If that all comes together, I can get my body weight in check. I feel very confident about 2,300. I haven't completely ruled out the idea of just saying fuck it to the 198, sticking to, and just like coming in as like a light 220. We'll play it by ear, and then after that, we have quite an off season to prepare for a matchup with Colton. So we're working on that. The details are getting worked out right now, but that's kind of what my next year or so of competing looks like. And yeah, also on top of Power Surge, I also head out to Germany end of July to compete again in the Eisenhower Challenge. So gonna be going for a heavy deadlift there. Plan to also do bench. I'd like to definitely hit something cool. Definitely over 400 kilos, if not be able to do like 410. Yeah, so far off season going well. We're gonna wrap up the video there, bumping out like a video a week. Yeah, keep you guys updated on how this off season goes. That said, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, check out Proven Strength app, and we'll catch you in the next video.
We get that fresh glaze on the